Hi everyone. Today I'd like to speak to you about my personal story of depression. I'd like to just highlight the darkness that sometimes lies behind the words, "I'm fine." So many years ago, when I was going through a rough time in my marriage and I had also lost my dad, I was in the depths of depression. I was grieving my dad, I was losing my marriage, and I didn't really know how to deal with what was going on and how to process everything. I just wanted to share with you some of the things I went through and what I did to kind of get out of it and what helped me get that initial snap. At that time, I was completely exhausted, I was tired, I was upset about my dad having lost my dad, marriage falling apart, and yet I had to somehow function with my two little girls who were only about 5 and 3 at the time. They were very small. And I remember that I was completely numb and lost in a world where I couldn't even express what I was going through. And yet I had to just turn up and say, "I'm fine, it's okay," because I knew others around me, my own family, were struggling and suffering after what had happened to us. And so I put on this brave face and I would get up, I would do my morning stuff and look after the kids, but somewhere deep inside there was just a void, sort of a darkness, and I tried to get help. I even started counseling and I was even prescribed antidepressants. And I remember when I took the antidepressants, for me personally, I'm not saying antidepressants are wrong or anything. In fact, they help when they do. But what they did for me was they numbed me to a degree where when I wanted to feel angry, I just couldn't express the anger. When I felt I wanted to cry, there were no tears. My eyes were dry. And it sort of took away the emotion part from me, and it was not doing me any good at the time, although I was just carrying on my daily life. And it was in this kind of blur that I carried on, and my girls were so dependent on me. I was their world, to the point where the little one, she would even follow me to the bathroom, and the space where we think we can be by ourselves and get some time to think, even that was gone. I had my door unlocked and she would be there. She was at that stage, not knowing kids pick up these things. And I was completely lost to it. And in that state, you just feel like, what's happening? It's like everything around you is unraveling, yet you can't catch yourself. And sometimes, for a very brief time for me, it would feel like maybe it's better to get out, and anyways out. And I did have thoughts of just letting go and just leaving it. But when I reached that depth, I remember I was really numbed out and I was sitting on the loo and my daughter Isha was with me, and she somehow yelled out to me, "Mummy." And in that instance, something snapped. That little voice, it somehow got to that void, that dark place. It was like a pinprick of a light to say, "You matter. We need you." She'd been saying "Mummy" all the time, but that one instance, it got me out of it and I snapped out of it. It was an instant though. I started listening to a lot of self-help things. I had a CD of Wayne Dyer's 10 Secrets of Success, and I really took all that in. Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. That was the beginning of my journey to start the climb up, back after that void so deep down. And finally, when I did get out of it, and a lot of time later, a lot of self-work, so a lot of improvements in myself and around me, I could finally genuinely say, "I'm fine." And here I am today. Have gone through a lot, I've done a lot, and I know when you are in that dark place, I may not exactly feel how you are feeling because every circumstance is different, but I can sort of imagine what it feels like in that depth. And with depression, you do need to feel like there is help. You are worth it. You matter. Believe me, there is help available. and good things are available to you. You just don't see them. And in that time, in that absolute darkness, sometimes a permanent solution appears very good for such a temporary solution, because life has so much to offer us. We feel disconnected. We may feel things are not available to us, that other people can have it, I can't. You may feel like it's not worth it. You may feel like you're being punished. You may feel sort of really embroiled in it. But a little ray of hope can really shine a lot of light, especially when we ourselves are light and we can be light for others. So I hope this story helps you. I hope you are able to get some sense of resonance from it. If you are going through something like that, reach out and get help. Thank you.